good. Getting it knocked out. Get this.
We are on.
Yeah, it is on.
Welcome to Judson McKinney and the Wanderers. We're here with Shannon Forrest,
So what's up?
the Toto drummer,
Yep.
and also the Judson McKinney and the Wanderers
That's
producer and drummer.
Come on. Let's get to work, right?
And yeah, we're here. We got one big puzzle piece to solve. We've solved all our other pieces,
Yes,
I think.
I do too.
Heading into this second
next
volume
round.
and the next round. And man, we are kicking ass.
It's going to get real fun too on the other side of the recording process. What's going to be coming up in the coming weeks. So yeah, don't miss out on that. Oh hey, I checked out something and we got to call him. I got on the shop.
Yeah?
Your order is in there and it says unfulfilled.
Huh. Weird.
Possible fraud. Right.
Man, that's an Amex.
Right. Oh no. It says it processed, and so then it says fulfill, and I'm like, well, hang on, I don't know how that works at that point to fulfill that order. If I press that, would that push it through, or was it going to go fulfill? I'm like, nah, that, or is that for them at T-shirt store? I don't
know, but I hope we can fix it because, like, as far as like the card that I used, that's American Express.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. That's not where it processed that. The problem is like why the shop application flagged it as maybe it's because it's the first one that ever came through, but it's like there's got to be an alert somewhere who's mining the store. You know what I mean? It's like but I didn't get a call out to him today to see what that did because I didn't want to press fulfill if that was something that they're supposed to do. Right, and so then it's fulfilled, and it's just not in the.
Okay, so here's what's got to happen. We can't be having to fulfill every.
No. It's not supposed to work that way.
Yeah,
it's
so we got to fix it.
To do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why it even did that. So you know what I mean.
So who do we talk to? Do we talk to T-shirt Storm?
I don't want to make sure that before I pressed fulfill that it wasn't like. Somehow he still wasn't going to see the order to be processed. You know what I mean?
So we just got to talk to him first,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, because those things are supposed to alert something.
I'm so glad that I tried to buy a shirt.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Because I was told I didn't get a confirmation email, but I got a confirmation screen saying that I'd have it within 4 days.
Right. And so it did take your money. Now it's not in our bank. You know what I mean? That's the interesting thing about it. You can just take that money and go right back to you. You know what I mean? Minus the cost of the shirt. You know, because you just paid yourself for the shirt.
Yeah, but we got to have this thing working because it's got to be working completely.
Well, I don't
worry about that.
You can already process an order. I'm wondering if it's just a technicality of the first order it sees or somehow has to be fulfilled.
Well, you know, maybe I'll buy another one tonight and on the same card.
Well, I'll
buy a hoodie.
Well, I can later on tonight. I can get back in there and just press fulfill. But I was about to do it, and I thought, well, is this still going to be a problem?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy a hoodie, or that's kind of bugging me. You know, that's something that has to be working now.
Well, don't do it yet because it may just shove you in the unfulfilled compartment. You know, I mean, look, while this is going on, I can look at it if you want. Here, let's do this. So you guys are seeing us work our store out. We'll just go here, okay, and we can look at it, okay.
So don't buy one.
Don't do that yet.
Yet, okay. I mean, I want a hoodie anyway because our hoodies are awesome.
Oh yeah, they are. Let's see if this. Hopefully, this doesn't eat up our feed. I don't believe it will. Slow though.
Is it?
But I don't think it.
What's slow?
Just the. The loading time on this page. All right, log in. So now if I go, oh yeah, it's gonna send me a ding authentication code, which is 625731. So, where is that? See, I hit orders. We have one order showing, and see what it says: unfulfilled, right? And then that's why I was confused about it. Because it was telling me to create this order might be fraudulent, unfulfilled.
That's so strange.
It doesn't. It should, was generated for an order and now it says an order confirmation email was sent to you at your of that address.
Oh, maybe that's the problem.
You want to see if there's something there?
I can't. Google doesn't even let me get my email there anymore because I owe them for Google Drive.
Okay, now if I hit this fulfill, unfulfilled, if I say fulfill, see what that does?
Yeah.
It brings up this. Add track to I don't need to but so see what's it going to fulfill? That I don't know.
Fulfill items. I
know, but is that going to send it to them fulfilling from?
Yeah.
That's fulfilling from there.
Yeah.
So does that go on?
It's going to go to them. So it's never gone to them.
Let's see what it does. It says items fulfilled.
Great.
So do you think that did it?
I do.
All right.
I won't be able to get a confirmation though because that email is kaput, and I shouldn't have used that email address. What else was I going to say about that? Okay, so how do we? Because that's a good card. Obviously, it took the information. It was with a mainline card. How do we can't be checking that all the time.
I don't think it's supposed to work that way.
Do you think it's possible that it's just a first order glitch?
That's kind of what I'm potentially leaning on that. Like it's like your startup, fulfill that. You know what I mean? Like push it through, verify. Because there had never been an order, maybe it's like, maybe just make sure this is legit. Because there's no way that thing can work where you're having to.
That's what I mean, and because I didn't get any notifications either because we have our Shopify attached to our joint email,
right?
And I got nothing being like, hey,
that's right.
And we couldn't do that anyway. Once the volume starts coming in, we're not going to be able to manually.
Oh no way,
that.
No way. No way.
It's very weird. It might be that, man. It might be that what you're talking about.
Like it just kind of flags your first order to make sure that you're there and it's legit, and you push it on through. We'll check in on that tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna just push this thing up.
That I do wonder if are we rushing through that too much? Like I don't, is that too much wham bam thank you ma'am kind of shit? Like could there could be another verse before you even get to that, couldn't there? That's real short. Like
off here, we're gonna have that big intro. You know what I mean? That whole woo woo that could actually be, you could drum fill into that at the top and then go right into the verses. Yeah.
You could hold that first stanza on the one,
right,
and then you could do another one, and then that one divides.
You could.
So it's not like,
yeah.
It feels like that could, and you know me, man, I'm usually like trying to rush through,
Yeah.
but I do wonder, like, that's a groove.
Yeah. Let's see. So right. I agree with you. That's what I said. I thought it could wait till a second time around.
That's what I think. So, but right now we only have one stanza,
Yeah.
right? Don't you think?
So let's go ahead and fix the arrangement.
Yeah, and that
Sure.
whatever that thing before the woohoo, that we don't even need that,
Right.
do we? We just need you
Right.
going, like maybe that one at a table for two thing comes at the beginning. At a table for woo woo.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
at a
Yeah.
table for
Oh, yeah.
woo woo.
I'm with you. Let's see. So where's our 4/4?
I did have a lyric that came to me.
Yeah.
About like one at a table for two. The big bad wolf is following you, or something. That it came to my head yesterday.
Yeah. I buy that.
Something like that.
All right. So no, this is exactly the way I saw it.
Yeah, I don't know what
That's
happened,
effective.
but yeah, I see it the same way.
Yeah. So a little bit of a turnaround. Another verse. That time we used the 4 chord.
Then
there's
the cackalack,
Yeah.
because it feels right now that to get that big release, it's a little Russian wham bam thank you ma'am on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So then we would just take save as and do a 2.0.
This is a good one, man.
Oh no.
This is a really good one.
Yeah.
This might be one of the best ones we got.
Remember we talked about that day when you wanted to do a shuffle? I was like, well, that's a real hard thing. You got to do it a certain way.
Oh, I'm not. We may have to do more.
You know?
We may have to do more. I think a shuffle is one of the best things you can do.
Yeah.
This is a really good one.
Yeah. So if I put this right. All right. So how much of that? I'm gonna put this down in another spot. I'm gonna put it down in the second verse. Fix the guitar there too. That goes here, 53. All right. So then now we can go back to the other. And that's got to just repeat. Turn that thing out. That's 2 bars of that, I think. So where's our other verse?
Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't.
Where is that thing? For real. Right, okay. That one goes here.
Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat. Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat. Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat.
All right. And so after we do that,
Some sounds that ran
so we have this.
Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat. Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat.
Then what happens?
Oh shit, man, I fucked up. Or I need to hear it from the beginning again. I lost my place.
Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat. Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat.
Down, a day in a row. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like three phrases.
Yeah.
This is slightly asymmetrical in a good way.
Some sounds.
Yeah, I believe it is. Let me get.
I think something if you rush the words to the first part, the groove gets broken.
Yeah. So then we would go at 35.
Yeah, I don't think you want to, on this particular song, I don't think you want to rush.
At 35, we shuffle in 2 bars and see, make sure that doesn't fuck anything up. So now this should be that.
Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat. Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat. Some sounds that ran in the rain of all some big old hips. I think it won't sound safe to move of all bounds to fight in hat.
Okay, Is that actually making it better, or did I lead us the wrong direction?
It doesn't have to be known now. The bigger
It does
thing,
have to be known now. I
Yeah.
do think this
Yeah.
coming right at that woo hoo hoo hoo
Yeah.
right into the singing, I think is no good. I think you got to at least establish a measure or two of just like how you had it right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that has to do that every time because it feels rushed. But yeah, I think there may even have to be a third option on that. I think maybe the A has to hold even longer. Yeah, I'm not sure if that asymmetrical thing is right.
I just think,
It doesn't matter right now.
it doesn't so much.
No,
We just
no,
need to know
because
what
that's
that other
just
thing's
like
doing.
tweaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we just got to solve the problem that we had to solve from the beginning, which is to just figure out what the shit you were talking about, the shit we've done on all the other ones, which is
Well, the thing
the
is,
big concept.
the title, I believe, would be hard to beat Kakalaki Crazy. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
great
So
one.
that's that.
That's
so
a
then
great one.
it's kind of like just putting the bow on the idea, or the statement of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is really that answer phrase.
Yeah. You said at one point in there, kind of in your you said something about Kakalaki Daisy or something, and I was like, oh yeah, kicking up the daisies. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we were looking yesterday for like what is the surprised that coffee didn't hurt my stomach as bad as I'm feeling.
Is that not usually good for the stomach?
It's acid, and if you have you know what I mean, it's acidic. So if I have something burning a hole through it, it can sometimes exacerbate it. But sometimes it actually does the opposite. But yeah,
I have found that without coffee, my body does worse.
my body does, but like my stomach, if my
It's just
stomach
a-
is like,
It can upset it. Yeah.
yeah,
How you holding up?
I'm all right now. I'm glad I drank that cup of coffee. I was fading. You talked about like, okay, well, what is it? What is the things like? Well, I mean, there's obviously that big, like, you're the guy that can say things other people can't say. To me, you know what I mean?
Totally.
That's it.
Totally. Like the elephant in the room,
Yeah.
or is there more to it than that?
It's heavier. Like I think the license goes beyond that. It's a little bit of what's kind of peculiar and extraordinary about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's just kind of like I'm just kind of blessed that way, or marked that way, or whatever.
Yeah, it's just kind of It's just kind of
Not a choice, is it?
No, but and it's kind of like you have to. If you're not doing that thing, it doesn't quite get where it's supposed to go.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't have a choice.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, my stuff doesn't work unless that happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
That uncomfortable and comfortable at the same time.
I don't think that's true for every writer or performer. I think
No.
that's like, because some of the stuff I could say could probably break other people's career. It could hurt them.
Yeah.
But if I don't say it, I'm not allowed to say mundane things. I don't think.
No.
Like that's not a
It
universal
won't.
truth.
It don't
for-
deliver. It doesn't deliver. So. So yeah, so more ideas based on that, what that profile kind of really represents in a the attitude to me. The thing feels like.
You once, told you once, told you what.
So
Nobody would. I told you what. Nobody
that's
would.
the idea. Now I would say I'm not sure what goes there yet, but you said something that was rooted in your feel the first time. You
Yeah.
said something. Now what makes more sense to me to what we're trying to articulate now is you said the skies above. You said something, some moon and stars in the skies above or something. Well, maybe you could say you're the, like you're you're speaking from the stars above, or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that kind of idea. Like it's not the right way to say it, but I'm going. Well, how can you take that thing and go? Something, like you're the voice from the cosmos. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. You
Yeah.
know? Stars above. It's like the something of the stars.
The only
above,
problem
the stars
I
above.
have with that is like, well, maybe that could work somehow. You know.
What could
I don't want to lose the ground underneath my feet. You know.
No, and I don't mean it that way. So what could you do? What could you do? The something from the stars above. You know, it doesn't have to be as tightly.
Echo?
Just, yeah,
Just an echo.
it's got to be coming at you a little bit though.
Well, you don't think stars above is too ethereal for what we're trying to do here?
Not if you frame it right, like kind of abuse the the idiom of that. You know what I mean? Like misuse it a little bit. It's what wouldn't be coming from the stars above?
So there has to be a little bit of.
That's what I mean. Like that's what I said. It didn't have
There
to
has to be a little bit of just discomfort in a room, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What about a message? Something message from the stars above. Something from the stars above.
It feels a little soft.
Until you lay.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
You know?
I mean, I like the ideas from the stars above. It's cool. But I also.
Well, okay. Well, yeah. Well, I think we're tightening up on the thing, anyways. Like, as far as like what the apparatus of that thing should be. Like you're an incoming message. You know.
Incoming.
Incoming. You know, we've been saying that forever.
Yeah.
Incoming. You know.
Is that true?
Well, some kind of signal from the stars above. Signal. And you can don't but I think that I felt good about when you said, "I better for that." I mean, something in the stars above. Now, that could just be as simple as what you did say. If the whole phrase was "moon and something in the stars above," like.
Yeah, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just, you know, I'd just be reluctant to, you know, to make me seem like. To try to self-declare myself as some kind of prophet or something.
I guess I'm kind of
I don't feel comfortable.
I'm
doing
looking pulling back from that just a little bit, where the idea of it feels more universal, and it just so happens to coincide with, you know, truth or something.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just trying to hear it out, and you know, but I'm gonna acknowledge my misgivings, you know, about like certain things, you know. I'm not trying to declare like I'm some kind of.
Well, I'm trying to be open to kind of sometimes those first things you say are kind of, they box you into something because they actually weren't doing, but there's something about that was doing.
No, it's right.
Something
It's right.
You know what I mean?
It is. No, it is.
And I'm just thinking, what would be up there?
No, and I think I think you're, you know, working with me. You're acutely aware of some of these things that, you know.
Like to
the truth of it or the feel of it.
The Trouble Man from the Stars Above or something.
Treble?
The Trouble Man.
Trouble Man.
You know that? Remember that tune, Trouble Man? The great Marvin Gaye tune from a movie, Trouble Man.
I like that.
Played it with Fagan when we were out there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Donald Fagan. I love his stuff, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Sound of that buzz down a little bit. Coming off my. I thought I had that thing in there where I was not doing that. I think it was that. Yeah, okay. I knew there was a button. Yeah.
I wonder if we just need to go. Do you have all that first information that you're using as reference to that stars above and all that?
Yeah, you want to see if there's something else in there?
Yeah, I kind of just want to go, from the top down of it, and find just the areas that are going to have to be substituted.
Uh-huh. Let's see.
You think I'm cackling like a crazy? I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. You think I'm acting like a crazy? I'm ready. You think I'm acting like a crazy? I'm ready for love, better stars above. You think I'm cackling like a baby? I love you so much. Think I'm cackling like crazy. I'm ready for love, I'm ready for love. I wanna live you so hard. That's laying on radio. I wanna live you so hard on a Kansas City radio. I wanna fuck you hard in between rock and roll. Hey, cackalacky crazy, I'm all over y'all. Don't you leave me, baby. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. Don't you leave me, baby. I'm praying to the stars above. You think I'm cracking lazy? I'm waiting for you to come. You think I'm cackalacky crazy under the stars above. Don't you tease me, baby. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. I think I'm cackalacky crazy. I got praying under the stars above. You know you drive me crazy. Wings of spread for love. You think I'm cackalacky crazy. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. You think I'm cackalacky crazy. I got my wings spread like a dove. Leonard Cohen lazy. I'm arms waiting in love. You
for a minute while we listening here to James Brown, right?
Yeah. And actually, yeah, go ahead and start that. Okay?
Yeah. No, it was just it's kind of a whole bunch of nothing, and then a few things that are worth saying.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
No.
I want everything in the sun.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to do that much, man.
A couple of things that are good in there that he's got is that he said the way I like it is the way it is. I got mine. He got his. You know what I mean? Like it's.
That's kind of a good thought.
It's a good, because when you're thinking that thing in there.
The way what he said, the way I like it is the way it is. I got mine.
And he got his.
Now he's talking about just anybody, right?
I
like
suppose,
my neighbor.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good thing. It's kind of like hey, this is my shit. That's yours.
And it's
that's
all
cool.
good.
That's good.
Right.
That's a good thing to say.
You know.
I got mine. He got his. That's right.
Something about it's a feeling. You know, that's kind of something he's doing.
What does he say? It's a feeling.
Well, I mean, that's kind of, there's some things in there. So say sex.
Well, I need to hear it.
You got to have the feeling.
You gotta have the feeling.
Sure as you're born, which is a good old throwback phrase. Sure as you're born, you know, get it together, right on, get up. It's kind of, it's a call. You know what I mean?
So that's the outward thing.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Are you ready for love? Are you? Maybe you were right there. Maybe that's where you do that.
And
what do you think?
And so he said that other thing two different ways. He says the way I like it is the way it is. I got mine. Don't worry about his.
Saying he don't worry or
I
don't.
would just say don't worry about his. You know what I mean? Don't worry about his.
Is he talking to himself or talking to somebody else?
It's hard to say. You know what I mean? Cause
don't worry about his. I got mine. Don't worry about his. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Get mind your shit. You know what I mean? Worry about you. You know what I mean? The way I like it is the way that it is. I got mine. Don't worry about his.
It's a great statement.
You know? Yeah.
Profound.
It's well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, whoa, there's more in.
It's very true, man.
Yeah.
I got mine. Don't worry about his.
I would imagine that these were things that he was probably talking about, and he was just kind of scatting it out there. stream of conscious. You know what I mean?
He's a smart man.
Oh man,
That's a
absolutely.
that's a profound statement.
Yeah,
It's kind of like,
I accept things as they are, man. I've got mine. He got.
yeah, it's
don't-
kind of
don't
like,
worry
that's
about
kind of like,
his.
it's like, I don't, we can talk all we want about some of these posers, but at the end of the day, we got ours, they got theirs.
Well, and that right there is a guy that you think is just kind of, he's saying some shit.
But that is a important truth.
It's elevated. It's not just like,
Well, it's
oh,
just basic in the right way. I mean, it's
Right.
like, it's primary,
right.
and it's a primary thing you can get wrong pretty easily.
And you know what you think about it.
It's preaching,
from-
really.
It coming from the Black Panther thing and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
That's right.
There's heavy message in there. That's why I've said all that shit was protest.
It's protest music.
You like it? It's a sex machine, but he's telling you that.
Oh, his
He's-
stuff was not trite at all.
Oh no.
James Brown's not
But
a
that's
trite
the
human
point.
being.
You see what I'm saying? Like even there, no man.
It's elevated.
It's all protest.
He's completely elevated.
Totally.
In his
Yeah,
like his force of impact.
massive. Probably the greatest.
I think like for what he did, what would you call him? Like a dancer and performer, or
Fuck, man. Yeah, I mean, when you go back and watch that,
the only other person that could hold it to him was Jackson.
Yeah, and Michael Jackson, he just gave it up to James Brown. Like this is the reason
He was comparable.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he was better.
No, he just took it
but
to
they're
a different place.
I think they're about the same.
Yeah. And James Brown he was a piece of the cultural movement too. You know what I mean? Like he was deeper in the politic.
In the politic part of it.
It was. Anyhow.
Well, Michael Jackson probably didn't have to be.
No, because he was past it. On some level. You know what I mean? Like he was owning it a different way because he was the king of pop, and that was supposed to. Pop
I don't
was-
find him to be trite. I watched a live performance of Michael Jackson, and the force of the way he communicates, I didn't find it to be trite.
No.
It's not normal for pop.
I saw a great. Well, there again, when we talked about Eminem coming along and not being where he was supposed to be, Michael Jackson coming over and taking over pop, which was supposed to be kind of the white pop culture. He was the king of pop, not funk, soul, R&B. He became the king of pop.
Michael Jackson stuff is much more
know.
transcendent than Eminem's.
Yeah, that's what. But I'm just saying, like.
Eminem had great wordplay and was able to spin a.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about
You're-
occupying a
Sorry,
space.
yeah, you're right.
That's all I'm saying.
I just had to say that to myself because
Yeah.
I just.
fucking Eminem's no Michael Jackson. Give me a fucking break. He's just like up a one.
But we have used him as a benchmark of a certain type of
right.
successful delivery.
Yep.
But I was just kind of talking to myself, like, and thinking about it.
Well, you just can't make music when you take that off the table. There's only so
And
much you
Jackson
can
could.
do. Yeah.
And Michael Jackson did say things, that. But you're right, though. It's not quite as politic as what James
Only
Brown
in the
was doing.
sense that, like I say, he was taking the mantle of pop away from.
So that was
white artists.
That was.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't have to be sold in R&B. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm the king of pop.
That's right.
Motherfucker.
That's
You know
right.
what I
So
mean?
they're that's kind of
That's
what it was.
politic in a
But
little- in a way.
the James Brown thing probably where it began was probably much greasier.
Yeah. Oh.
you
oh.
know, like
Yeah.
death at stake probably.
Right. That's right.
You know?
That's right.
The Klan, like maybe
exactly. You know it.
You
I mean,
know?
he was fighting that battle. you
Yeah,
know?
man.
So yeah. So it's just interesting. We always talk about how everything has to have social commentary in it. He's
Absolutely.
fucking doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people think of it. Oh, it's a Sex Machine song. It's like the hell it is. You know, it's the message being brought to you by the Sex Machine.
Maybe that's something we have to consider here. Well, okay. Yeah. Well, you can keep going with this. Was there any other?
There's not much more to it.
But would you just say it anyway?
Yeah. Let's see.
I can look it up.
Some of us that bravado thing and going against the, just kind of treading water. But that is the way I like it is the way it is. I got mine. He got his. Stay on the scene,
Wait a minute. Shake your arm, then use your form. Stay on the scene like a sex machine. You got to have the feeling sure as you're born. Get it together. Right on, right on. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. So that's like a call response thing
Uh-huh.
going on. Get up, get on up, get
Read
up.
that stuff again, though, man. When you start thinking in larger terms than going, oh, that's just some whatever. He's telling people to get your act together, get you, you know what I mean, like get yourself right. I mean, what he's saying, get the look, get your arms, you know.
Get going.
It's bigger than just dancing. I believe it's like no. He was messaging.
Get your
Fucking
form right.
act right. Get your form right.
Get in line.
Get in line. Get your form right. You know.
And he was.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Jesus.
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, get up, get on. It is kind of like preaching in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I never really realized that. But
I didn't either. You know.
You said you got the. You said the feeling. You said the feeling you got to get. You give me the fever and a cold sweat. The way I like it is the way it is. I got mine. Don't worry about his.
So that comes back around. You know.
Oh, fuck.
So you can see he's not just.
Stay on the scene like a sex machine. The way I like it is the way it is. I got mine. Dig it. He got his.
Well, okay, the central thing we were looking at, because you know, when you write tunes that come from the first person thing, well, his isn't. It is first person. He's stay on the scene like a sex machine. You know, like I guess I had associated that as being, I'm a sex machine, but it's actually there's some sort of implied thing there, and we're in good shape. But it's like, oh, okay, well, I see what that is. I got mine. There's that.
Well,
first
now I
person.
see more like now I see more likely why you were saying like, are you ready to like going outwards with that line?
Because there's a kind of a call to action.
Could be.
You know.
That is what the world lacks. Is love really, in the sense of the wounds of a friend, you know, are like honey.
Mm-hmm.
No one's willing to say the things that are actually gonna
That's what I mean.
make
man.
things better.
Perfect case in point. I was talking to someone about it earlier today, and you can think, you know, oh man, you just overthink things. I'm going, no, I observe like a motherfucker, and the fact of the matter is, and all this shit, you don't get to use the artifice of funk, Anderson .Paak, and not act like he wasn't getting where he was getting with sound, the sound of fucking sound. The sound was the delivery system
For a message.
for a fucking message,
And a
you know what I
point.
mean? And a point,
And a
not,
statement.
and it was coming from opposition, not being embraced and cajoled by ease and being on the right side of the conversation.
Well, some of this is the same shit we're dealing with. It sounds like, because we got a bunch of people who are weak and like acting weak, and he's kind of saying that here, right? Like, hey man,
get your
like,
arms right,
like,
get your shit right, get your
stand
form
up,
right,
motherfucker, right?
Stand up,
You know, like, you know, don't slouch.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah. Like I never.
Well, that's kind of the same shit we got, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And his was much more desperate because he was talking to his brothers and sisters.
Well, maybe we need to talk to ours.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Our man.
Well, it's that thing. It's that polling thing we just saw where the only state that was looking one particular way was the one with the highest concentration of white people.
Well, maybe we need to talk to those people and be
You
like,
know,
just
Stop that shit.
stop with that petulant shit.
Yeah.
Right? Is that part of what's going on here?
Well, it is when you're saying where is the opposition, because you can't do the thing unless you're pushing against opposition. You have to find that. And right now, I mean, the biggest thing is language, you know, and being the messenger. A messenger of a certain
For the canon.
inconvenient, you know,
The canon.
unacceptable truth.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, the canon.
Mm-hmm.
And language.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the biggest thing. Is the accuracy of language.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he says, get on up, stay on the scene.
Yeah, that's saying vigilant. You know?
Yeah, stay on the scene. Yeah, stay vigilant like a sex machine. That's
Yeah.
right.
Right.
That's 100% right. You got to have the feeling, get on up. Sure as you're born, get on up. Huh.
I'm pretty sure there is
Get
a
it
deep
together.
historical meaning to "sure as you're born." It comes from someplace. Sure as you're born. often heard in the 30s. Animation. But its origin, I mean, I know what it means, but I'm looking for where it.
And guys, if you're watching out there, thanks for tuning in. Share our stuff, share our channel, and let's keep this thing going. This is our second batch of songs. We're archiving this process, and it's quite the journey. I also put Shannon the shop, the Renegade Roach shop.
Great.
And get yourself a hoodie and a shirt.
Yeah.
Get ready for winter. The hoodies are badass. Stay on the scene, y'all. Did you find it?
Well, not what I was looking for. I know it means without a doubt. You know, basically
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. But I believe the colloquialism of it is coming from an oppressed. I think the language was coming out of an oppressed place. Its origin. It's a more particular slang, but I couldn't find it.
You gotta have the feeling. Get on up. Sure as you're born. Get on up. Sure as you're born. Get on up. Get it together. Right on. 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 Get up. Get on up. I like that form. Get up. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. That's good. And then shake your money maker. 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 That's right.
So yeah.
It's kind of like shake what God gave you, right?
Yeah, and so he was going but those inside statements that he made were it was a sermon a bit, you know what I mean?
I even think that's shake your money maker is a sermon too.
It could be, you know what I mean? But it's kind of it's the delivery system of dancing and grooving.
Well, it's a great message. It's basically saying, "Wake up the strong, strengthen that which remains."
Yeah.
Because what if you really think about like what's really important, things that are really important in life is like, you know, being a sex machine, being like the best. It's kind of like the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Fresh. And then also
stay fresh,
man, and stay vigilant. And then shake your moneymaker is really important, man. Especially think about what's going on, you know, in the black community at the time. It's like, you know, you're struggling against the odds, so it's like, you know, get on up,
best.
Shake that moneymaker, you know, and there's real stakes involved, right? I mean, you know, you're talking about generational poverty and things like that.
Yeah, maybe more people understood that than I just did, but that was a revelation.
I bet you
to
black
me.
people understood it.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
We didn't.
Yeah,
our people didn't.
Yeah,
you know.
But just meaning that the weight of all this music has always had to have the propulsion
of force.
And
you're right to say that. What is that? That Anderson Paak or whatever.
Yeah,
man, stuff like that. And I don't know much about that, but I get what you're saying. There's a lot of stuff, and I've never heard that particular artist, but there's a lot of that stuff where they're just borrowing the sound to sound. That's pretty much everything.
You're just wearing this.
And they're like, it's like, yeah, see, we did it, right?
Well, yeah, and it's like, if you want to, carrying the mantle of that is actually having the balls to say something you don't have reassurance that will be received.
That's more important than the genre even, or like the way it.
That's all the fucking thing is. You know what I mean? Oh, we're going to reboot funk. We're going to reboot rock. No, you're not. You know what I mean? Because the only thing that made it do anything was
defiance. This is defiant. It's defiant, basically against sloth and just jump.
Hey, look, we got to be 10 times as good, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, have you ever heard like Chris Rock talk about that?
What's it
about? Talking about the difference is that like we got to be like black people have to be like 10 times as good for the same fucking
right, and that's what
thing.
he's saying. That's what he was doing for his people.
And I guarantee you that's true.
Yeah.
You know. You know, I don't. You know, what is our landscape? What is
not acquiescing to.
I think it's feminism.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a component of that for sure. Like it's
well, I mean, I feel like, you know, there is like,
and that is not confined to one race or ethnicity. It's that
probably not.
You know,
It probably isn't confined there, but I think where it really
it mostly resides in that white woman.
I think
thing.
it is mostly where it incubates.
Mhm.
There are people from all races that ascribe to that worldview, although I think that is the minority. Whereas in whites, I'm not sure it's the minority.
Well, you can see the cognitive dissonance in that thing I mentioned again about that polling from that one state where the thing that is the least in touch with its circumstance was the state that was mostly white. You know what I mean? Like willing to accept a dystopian representation of facts. You know, like no, this isn't there. There actually is money. You're actually doing well. It was you know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's more resides with white people.
Yeah. Anyhow,
I've
so
met black social justice warriors before, though.
sure, yeah,
And I know out in LA, like people of that persuasion, like there are like people from South America.
sure,
But you know what I have heard that they do is a lot of those people they do kind of take a hatchet to where they came from, and they're assimilating into another. They're not holding on to their national.
yeah,
It's that global thing,
mm-hmm.
and that net draws people from all races.
Mhm.
But I think primarily it's white, don't you think?
Here for sure,
I
yeah.
think in the world it's primarily
yes,
white.
well, yes, because it's all
Well, it's not in Africa.
no, it's the mechanics of Protestant guilt, but what that shows you is that song is that it has an implied thing of an I'm a this, but it's shooting an uplifting message outward.
I'm a this.
Mm-hmm.
Does he really?
He doesn't. It
So
sounds
that's not really
like
there.
one.
So I don't know if how relevant that is to our song.
Well, it's relevant, I suppose, in the sense that
What we got to do.
That it. Well, it's implied that he is that. And so,
Okay, so that
so
is
be
there.
like, watch me. You know what I mean? Watch me now.
Right,
you know?
because he does say at the beginning of the piece, I'm ready to get up and do my thing. I want to get into it, man, like a sex machine. So
Right.
it's very personal right
Yeah.
there. And he's counting. And also, I guess like his lyrics are intertwined with his conducting of the band. It seems like,
Oh yeah.
which is kind of cool. That's a cool
Yeah.
mechanic. Like, so
Mhm.
he's the lyric, the form is actually part of,
It's open ended.
open-ended in how he's conducting it.
Mm-hmm. It was always like that.
Which is okay. It's always like that.
Mm.
So.
Save certain songs that he did, but just fucking incredible, you know. So yeah, so that was what I wanted to kind of do a study on is
I think I'm cackalacky crazy.
and so all those are those, you know, he got his, I got mine. It's the way it don't, you know, it's the way
Well,
it is.
I think a lot of that stuff is our verses.
Mm-hmm.
Just say what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be edgy shit, man.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably got to be a little edgier than this.
Yeah, because his is
Well,
more-
because him just existing was edgy.
right, right, exactly.
Of course, maybe that's true for us too. I
The
don't know.
whole thing was it's like, oh no, you know.
I'm not sure that is true for us in the same way. I don't know that us existing is edgy, but maybe it is more in what we say. I don't know, actually.
Yeah. Now
I think my existence is pretty edgy.
the question is now at not 9 knowing my trajectory tomorrow. Do we want to go continue this and eat, or just take that off the table and work a little while longer here? We can continue to work on the construct of this idea, but we're going to run out of time to eat if we don't.
Maybe we should blow off the
Fine.
meal
That's fine.
unless you're.
Yeah, but
I don't like the idea of us leaving tonight without the.
Well,
'Cause
we'll
we've
just
gotten
get-
it every
get-
time we
yeah.
worked on it this week.
Sure.
We've ended up with the pelt
Yeah.
in hand.
Let's get it.
But how much time you got?
We're out. It would be that if you're good, I'm good to skip that.
I mean, isn't this more important? That
Oh
we,
yeah, vastly. As long as you're good.
Oh, I was planning on cooking pasta at my house tonight anyway.
Cool. So let's get on it. That was a good, I think, research kind of observation to make about that. Like, because I do feel like when you say anytime you do "I'm" in a song, and it puts you in a first person thing, they become difficult to reach outwards with, and it also becomes like, well, how much can you talk about you through the whole thing? It's like it's where the twist in that delivery is.
But he did say, "I'm a sex machine," right?
At the top,
At the
to kind
top.
of stop it, to establish it, and then it just shows you what he's doing there. He's like, "I am now. Do this like me. Do this like, you know what I mean. We stay together. You know."
I'm not sure if that my appeal is the same as that.
No.
I don't think I'd want people to be like me. I think it's more just like, you better let me say my piece, right? Or like I'm relevant, you know.
And he was just basically going, listen. Is the context of that really? Now there's a couple different, just the way you're wording that thing too. I'm one at a table for two. Then obviously it can be any number of lines that flip that. But then it goes, right? You think I'm cackalacky crazy? You think I'm cackalacky? That's where you, right? So you think I'm cackalacky
Well, that
crazy?
could be where that answer at one point could be saying like, you think I'm crazy? Well, this is what you're assenting to.
You better wake up. You better wake up. You better get up.
You better wake up. You better wake up. You better.
Right.
Yeah.
You cackle like a crazy. You better wake up. You better wake up. You set your traffic up. I mean, there's pointing to something, you know.
I'm not saying we can't have margaritas. We just have to do it here.
Yeah, I'm not keen on doing that the way my stomach feels.
Oh yeah, you can't, huh?
Potentially.
All right, let's don't do it.
You think cackle like a crazy. It's time to get up.
It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up.
Maybe it's better
Get
to say
on
something
up.
like, you better get up.
You better get up. You better get up. Yeah,
You better get up.
I like that.
Something.
Or wake up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write both of them down.
Yeah, they're workable, you know. You better get up. You got it. You gonna wake up. I don't know which way to push it. You got it. You better wake up, or something.
I could ask it.
Yeah.
When you gonna wake up? Are you gonna? Are you gonna wake up? Is that you think it's better as a question or as a statement? I think a statement's better, isn't it?
I think the idea of something kind of, you think I'm crazy, you better wake up, or is the idea maybe, you know.
Oh, as a question or as just you better, or just saying you better wake up?
You think I'm crazy, you got another thing coming, basically.
Crazy. You better wake up. You better wake up.
And maybe it doesn't repeat. I don't know what to do with it, but it does feel like that. That's a very typical thing to say. You think I'm crazy? Well, you've got another thing coming, basically.
Got another.
I mean,
You better get up.
Yeah, like how can we do that groovy and kind of convey that?
The first time, well, you had said originally, like, you know, because I said I'm ready for love.
Mhm.
You had said originally, are you ready, for love? That's a pretty good line, isn't it? Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? The first time around, I feel like that'd be better than.
I just, when I hear those two things, it doesn't. I don't feel like I'm on course necessarily.
Oh, okay.
You think I'm calculating?
Oh, okay. You had said it.
Are
and
you
I thought,
ready for love? Yeah, no, I know.
and I thought maybe it was maybe right.
You think I'm well, it's jump. It feels like it's jumping.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe the other thing has to be tweaked to make it do better, though. Maybe.
Cackalack? No, you can't fix that. That's good.
Well, you
That's
could
a
say
hook.
you wouldn't, but I'm saying like you're going cackalacky crazy. Are you ready for love? Would make those two things comport a little
Oh,
more.
I see what you mean.
You going cackalacky crazy? Are you ready for love? You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
I think it's better to
How
say.
it connects.
Yeah, that's all. You think I think that's better. Because you're saying I'm one at a table for two. I'm kind of like the loneliest man in the world. You think I'm crazy? You better wake up. You know.
Oh, I guess I could. Well, I could say I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love, and then the next thing is addressed at the
Right.
possibly.
Like crazy. I'm ready because that's the way that James Brown he took the thing and then he pushed it outward.
It
You know?
start like what I want.
I'm ready.
I am
love.
ready for
you
love.
think I'm okay? I'm just ready for love, man. I'm
Like
ready
anybody
for-
else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then the next thing has to. That could be substituted outward. I mean, but it is.
Oh, there were some other words that are coming back to
It
me
does
in
feel
there that I
genuine.
thought were good. You said something about radio in that thing that we listened
Radio,
to.
yeah.
Remember that? There were some
do.
words that just popped to me like, huh.
No, I did.
It's like messaging.
100%. 100% that way. It's increasing. We got another subscriber, it looks like. It's good, man.
All we need is light. Well, this is the truth of it. It's all we need is light on it, and it will grow. That's how things work. It just needs light on it, and it'll grow.
I feel like we're in the most sort of best position we've been in the whole time.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
We
No.
got an arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
It's
The work is improving.
The work is improving. I don't think there's a certain erratic nature that I think is gone
Mm-hmm.
in certain areas. It's just
Yeah.
more consistent.
Yeah.
It's less tweaky. I feel
Mhm.
like, the trust is better.
Yeah. That just takes time, man. That's just no.
There's
getting
no
around.
you can't.
get around that. Yeah.
Well, we don't bullshit each other anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we
No, I
intentionally
know.
bullshitted. I don't think it was intentional.
That's how you
before.
build trust.
It's
'cause
just-
you know.
You just tell me what you go more to the point, and I don't try to acquiesce to something I don't
Right.
understand.
Right.
It's just more just like, hey, man, I'm like, hey, this is how I fucking see it.
Mhm.
And then, within usually a few minutes, you're like, well, that's broken right there, And then I'm like, oh, you're right, that's broken right there.
Yeah.
Rather than me being like,
Well, either one.
yeah,
will spin
man.
out.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to figure out what he wants, even though I don't have a fucking clue,
No, yeah.
and
Yeah.
just go along
Right.
for days on end, thinking I'm,
Yeah.
you know,
And not getting anywhere.
you know?
That's right. So yeah, so you can start there, man. You think I'm cracking like a crazy? I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. People sing along with that. Yeah.
But we could try. But maybe let me try it the other. Could you say just out the gate? But could you say out the gate? You better wake up. You better wake up.
It doesn't feel good. The idea is right, but
It feels bad.
It doesn't feel
too
right. Yeah.
Brimstone-y or
Yeah,
something.
it is, and it doesn't even phonically groove. It's not groovy. You
And this
better
need,
wake
I
up.
think it's really important.
Ah,
This feel
That's why you do.
feels good.
I'm ready for love. I'm ready.
that feels
I'm
good.
ready for love. Now you could say both. You say, I'm ready for love. Are you ready for love? You could do both. And pick up that extra syllable.
I think one thing about the Sex Machine song is that like he manages to get his point across with it ever feeling. It doesn't ever feel like doom and gloom.
Right.
It's not fire and brimstone,
No,
but
no.
it is strict.
Mm-hmm.
He manages to say something strict without
With a groove.
without feeling bad
Social
and without
commentary
making
with a groove.
without making you feel bad.
Right. Right. That's the thing. Yeah, can't do that sermon thing.
But there is a hidden sermon in there.
It is. And it's like, oh man, check out what he said.
I never realized that until we just
I
read
didn't
it.
either. I didn't know what I was going to encounter. I was just not a student enough of it outside.
It's
of
much more elevated than I.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured it'd be elevated, but
Yeah.
it's even more so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty profound when you go, oh shit, look what he did. He took that whole dancing sex machine thing and then invited everyone and didn't invite. He required them to stay vigilant and be that.
Stay vigilant. Great message. Get on up.
And don't worry about the shit around you. you take care of your business.
Don't worry about somebody else's business.
Yeah. But when you hear, get up, get on up, yeah, it's like in my life I never thought that there was that kind of weight or strength of message to that thing.
And what a great message it is, because if you start worrying about someone else's business, it's just not your problem.
Yeah.
You got to get your thing. You got yours, he got his.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So the second line, man, you know, what you think I'm cackalacky crazy. I sent you back and do you know what? Probably can't. You probably don't say kakalaki again right there. You know.
You could.
You could abuse that thing and go and say kakalaki.
Do I need to get out on the mic with these ideas and try to unearth something based around better wake up, better get up, these concepts?
If you think it'll come.
Or well, not well, or what? You got another idea? I guess I'm not exactly sure what we're looking for right now. Can you tell me exactly what you think we're looking for?
I feel like the variations on that kakalaki line that happens, that's going to happen every time, 4 times. You know, like it's those middle. Are you? Well, maybe that isn't even that right.
I don't think it's really important.
It's not. It's because there's way more to elongate that thing with repetition, but say everything we've been talking about. And it just depends on how many times you're going to use kakalaki in there.
I think you want to use it twice.
You did acting like you know, so maybe it wouldn't happen the second time. I think it probably goes 1 and 4. Right?
Maybe you're right. I didn't think so, but is it? What's the problem with repeating it again? Is it crack the groove a little bit or something if you repeat it?
Well, if you're gonna do it back to back, I don't think you can keep doing it over and over, and it'll typically serve better to. So you think I'm this kakalaki crazy? You've heard that thing.
You got rocking like a daisy. Are you ready for love? It's the 4 is what you want. You think of kakalaki crazy. That's we'll go 1 and 4.
1 and 4, yeah. I mean, I think so. And so, okay. So it bookends the thing, and in the middle, you just take a two shots of
tequila.
Yeah. Maybe we'll forget those answers for right now.
I think it's incumbent upon the verses. I mean, to slap.
Oh yeah.
I mean, with
because it's like you got to say the shit that makes people think you're crazy.
To the and to the point of what I like about his song. He says, "What I like is the way it is." He's saying, "I'm matter of fact."
Yeah.
And I think everything that needs to be said needs to be like, "Hey, this is what's going on."
Yeah. Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And it can pull, and it does have to be things that are just stuff that people are unwilling to say, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Completely unwilling.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to be taken, I think, line for line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got to be value. I mean, there can't be anything that's just.
Can't let off the.
I don't think so.
Gotta keep.
I think it's
got
got to be more heated in that aspect than his song did.
Yeah.
Because like I said, his whole thing is like it's a concept, and his whole presentation is an outlaw. So not every word has to be specifically outlaw, right? Because
Right, he was already. They were showing up with that understood.
Yeah.
You know.
Which I think maybe the mechanics of our situation is slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it is the words themselves have to be.
Yeah, that's right. You can't say that.
I think.
Yeah.
Just don't repeat it. Yeah.
Well, we've already been told. Two white guys can't say that.
Yeah, and I don't think it should come from that gutter place or like that. All that.
You can say it in a very dignified way.
It should have dignity, and it should no Adam Calhoun. That is God.
Right.
None of that.
So yeah. So the middle two.
Well, you know, maybe we could take some shots at those kind of people. Have you ever thought about that?
Sure. Two maybe. Well, in a maybe in a metaphorical way.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not literally.
Yeah.
But that is like a problem, and it's just this white trash shit. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, God, that is not the spokesman.
No.
That is not the spokesman of
You
every.
can't win from the garbage.
I feel like that's what's being communicated. It just seems like what's being communicated. Either you're like on board with like this sort of like neutered leftist trans thing, or you're just a redneck piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's
or not even redneck, white trash piece of shit.
Yeah, white trash piece of shit. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, because when things get polarized, you get the.
But it's neither one of those things is true. That's what happens with polarization.
Yeah, the farther away from the middle you get, the more extreme the.
That becomes.
But yeah, it's the ideologies become farther from center. It's just whatever. So if you're going to pace the thing, we say this and you bookend it. So then we were talking about you being this guy that's on the wrong side of stuff.
On the wrong side of the tracks.
Which is a good.
On the wrong side of stuff.
So what's another way to say that would lay in? So if you're on the wrong side, you're a what on the wrong side of the tracks? I'm cackalacky. You think I'm cackalacky crazy? I'm a. I'm from the daisy. I'm from the baby. I'm on top. You think I'm cackalacky crazy?
I'm ready for love.
Yeah. I did like the thing. You want me kicking up the daisies?
I think daisy is a good word.
It's
Was there like some kind of quote with the word daisy in it? Let me see. Like I thought there was something.
Pushing up the daisies? You mean?
I don't know. Daisy quotes. Huh. Sweet, sweet like a daisy. Laughter of a daisy. Huh. Growing back like a daisy.
I mean, if you're just thinking in groovy phrasing value, they got like crazy.
Yeah, I am thinking that way.
So growing like a daisy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, like you could that'd be where you would want it to land. Grow
That's right.
something growing like a daisy. You know.
Absolutely.
Something's growing like a daisy.
Let's get off that for a minute
Mhm.
and just try to get into the strong use of language. Man, what is that thing people are experiencing when they experience me and they're like, oh God, I wanted tepid. Like what?
Oh, yeah.
What is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
What is it they're reacting
like
to when they go, oh, like what?
Uh huh.
What is that feel? Like what is it they're reacting to?
It's like John talking about, well, man, you got to realize, Judson, when you walk in the room,
Yeah, what is that?
You're starting from up here.
What is that?
You know.
Like, what does that mean? Or, like, what are they... Maybe not what does it mean. What are they experiencing? It's, like, just real amped or something?
Yeah.
But is that all that...
No.
I don't think it's all that, because I've also been told by people that I'm not super hyper, you know, all the time. Like, so I don't think that's what... It's not just like an energizer.
It's just coming at you like a laser. Something's coming at you like a...
Eyes like a laser.
Yeah. Got
Dogs running from tasers.
That was funny.
That was just like, pow! Woo! I just laughed. You didn't.
They knew that sound. Man.
They didn't like that, huh? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got like crazy. What's up with like a taser? Yeah, you gotta make sure it's going out, not getting too heavy.
I think I might be able to twist it. I might be able to make that work pretty easily if I'm able to pinpoint my own signature here. If we're able to, and have we really? I'm not sure we've really nailed. I mean, other than Kakalaki Crazy, and I don't think that quite says it.
Well, that's kind of like, okay.
There's one part of that that's true.
One way you can look at that, you think I'm a stupid Southern boy or something. You know what I mean? Like.
But is that even true?
No, but that's that larger thing we're talking about.
Is that okay?
Everybody in the South is dumbass.
Is that part? Is that?
You know?
Is that part of my struggle? Maybe it is.
No, I don't think people perceive you that way. But that.
Are you sure?
That,
Are you sure?
that you're stupid?
Or that it's...
Oh, because you're Southern.
I think it might be a huge disadvantage because probably you don't think a lot of those people, from my intellectual standpoint, would probably get along with me or would want to help me more if I wasn't that. You know, I think they would. If I was a Yankee or something, you know, people in L.A. probably would have been more willing to help me. You don't think? I mean, I'm talking about in the business. You don't think it's because of that viewpoint? They're like, oh, well, it's like a subconscious, like, oh, no. No. White Southern guy. No.
Well, I mean, just people bitch slap the South for being...
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Like, everybody there is stupid.
Yeah, so you don't think that creates a huge disadvantage? Or not a disadvantage, a huge obstacle or a challenge to overcome. You don't think that's part of the challenge that me and you were facing? Just in general?
I'm trying to think about my own experience.
Well, I think it's a drastic challenge.
When I've met people, yeah, it's kind of. I have always been met with a, even if it was not applied to me, people kind of, kind of poke me about being from the South, everywhere I've gone. It's a worn out cliche. You know, oh yeah, man, he's a redneck, aren't you? Some southern, you know what I mean? And then it's just not the case, you know. But it is an early, yeah. That's always been there. Oh yeah, there's jokes on you. Like you can't go, oh, you fucking idiot from Los Angeles.
I'm not even really talking about that. Even like, but yeah, I mean, what you're saying, it does apply. But I'm just talking about more like what they would call. Remember how somebody early on in our project used the term redneck intellect?
Mm-hmm.
Just
that
like,
was me.
but like the vantage point that we're coming from is like an unacceptable viewpoint to people. You know what I mean? Like it is unacceptable to. And they think, and I guess to your point, they do probably think it's stupid. They probably think, well, Judd's a really great artist, but he's real stupid about that. You know, like
that point of view.
Like I mean, our point of view about stuff politically is probably considered to be stupid. Like my friend in New York, who's a Philharmonic player, he loves the shit out of me, but he does think some of my my general viewpoint is like, oh, Judd's way out to lunch. I had a guy from LA be like, man, you're not playing with a full deck.
Yeah.
You know, he thought I was cackalacky crazy. No, he told me, he said, man, he said, I love you, man. He said, you're not playing with a full deck.
Yeah.
Because I was saying something about the South, and it was related to the South. I said, hey, man, like, this was an issue during the Civil War or something. He's like, he said, you have no idea how crazy you sound.
Yeah. Well,
he thought I was cackalacky crazy.
Yeah. Well, people don't like you said the whole nature of what resided geographically here and where it came from across the sea, and the art and the things that were just.
I think there's a certain type of political libertarianism, like it's a specific brand of it, that I think all Southerners kind of are. Is kind of isn't it kind of just in the soil? It just is that way. And I think that if I'm around people like people who would be country music fans, like white guys who are country music fans, like that Tootsie's crowd, on that point of view, we're good.
Yeah.
The part I have problems with them is that they're like they want tepid, so that this eccentricity part of me or whatever is lit, they're like, well, I don't get out of Tootsie's, you know.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, the arts people, they like that eccentric part. They don't mind that.
Well, that's
what they do mind is that redneck.
You're not a redneck, but if we go redneck as a substitution for Southern, like that's where I was coming from when I said that Renaissance redneck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Well, people who would like that side of me, they don't like
that other side.
No. So
right.
it kind of puts me in a tight spot.
Yeah.
Because I can't really go completely hang out with the Morgan Wallen and Hank Jr. people. Part of me can. And I can't, that David Byrne group, like, I can't,
right.
I can only get so far with them.
Yeah, because, oh, you got this
because,
crazy
shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Fire eater.
Yeah.
I know.
It is real, and that's why I say, look, that's where we kind of lean on that. I think the way to do it is...
But the truth of it is, man, that viewpoint, that Kakalaki viewpoint, that libertarian viewpoint, is actually a pretty pretty popular viewpoint, really. Because really, if you get down to it, that's embedded in all that Rogan, like that. Our viewpoint is the viewpoint, really. They don't quite get it, but ours is the root of the tree. You know what I think? Like, you know, it's kind of an unacknowledged. They're kind of actually behind the curve, like the Rogan types. This has been with us for longer than you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you see it that way? I don't know how much that helps us, but that is sort of like my dilemma. Cause yeah, like tonight, man, when I was in Tootsie's, like, you know, I'm with that crowd, like in a certain way. It's like complete. There is an element that's acceptance there, but there's another one that's like, what the fuck. You know?
Well, that's what I told you. Like, if an unknown Mick Jagger would show up there and do the thing that they all wanted to hear somebody cover, they'd pull him into the back alley and beat the shit out of him because they didn't like what they saw.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's just so that's the mechanics of that. Because they're rednecks, pretty much. What that band that except,
Who, the Stones?
except maybe Charlie Watts, but they're kind of rednecks.
They're rednecks.
You know.
I mean, Keith Richards is a redneck.
Yeah.
A high class redneck.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Mick Jagger's kind of a redneck too, huh?
A bit. Well read.
But there's a bit of that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Refined.
Yeah.
Refined,
Yeah. Yeah. What's the big missing piece here? Because all these songs that we worked on had a big missing piece. What's the big missing piece here?
This was different because we have the hook line and the title. The other one, we kind of
didn't
capped
really.
off that part of it in a
Yeah.
big win. This one's doing it. This one's about the key thing here is to make it reach out and not just be all like bravado and pointing at yourself.
This guy Bill Mahoney says, I saw that Daft Punk has run with your clothing branding idea. This guy in LA, and I said, in what sense?
Well, okay, for what it's worth, that is a name you could do that with, but that's a good name,
What?
Daft Punk.
I hope they didn't.
No,
I think he's saying that they took our idea.
no. They may have launched a brand, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing, and all I'm saying is that's actually the truth of the matter is
You can
that's
do
a
that.
better name than they represent as music. I never thought of it that way, but that's a better brand name than it is a band name. Because it doesn't comport to anything that I've ever heard that thing do. It doesn't feel Daft Punk. You know what I mean?
It'd be interesting to see what Bill says about that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It just shows that everyone's trying to think of a way. That's a good name for apparel.
They could do it.
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk could do it.
That's a good name. But if you can't make it mean something more than just the words, but they already have the platform because there's enough
Man.
awareness.
I feel like this song could really help get our message across if it's done right.
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm cackalacky crazy?
The only Daft Punk tune I've ever paid attention to, I think, was one that they did with The Weeknd. So that's their problem. It's like, it's a great brand name, and maybe they have enough market awareness to actually be able to do the thing. But I don't think people will wear your clothes just because they know who you are. They have to feel the feeling of the brand.
Yeah. Which is what the Stones were able to do.
Yeah, and
with
see,
their brand.
I've never been able to understand what Daft Punk was because their music it doesn't comport to the name.
They would just have to start with the name, probably.
Aren't they the ones that wore helmets and shit?
I don't know nothing about them.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't think it'll do because it doesn't appeal to a. It's a good one though. It's a
good name.
It's better than their music. But I don't think it'll connect because they're vapid.
Grab a water.
There's one right there.
I'm gonna grab one of mine.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I have these frou waters, but they feel more fulfilling to me. You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Ready? Are you over the? I'm trying. Are you over the line? Over the line. Should I have said that? Was it something I said? Was it something I said? You think I'm calculating? Was it something I said? Get on up. Man, I wanna pull the ship back into orbit. I feel like we gotta. It's a little teetering a little bit here.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if it's gonna happen tonight because I'm running out of
Out of gas.
Yeah.
Maybe I fucked up. Maybe we should have just gone to. Oh well.
That's all right. It's all right. No, we can't squeeze it too hard. We're doing the right work because we're discovering some things about it. I think we've made good progress. I think
Bill says any progress in getting it over to Japan.
we're going to do that.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. It's coming. Making that other video, it's going to go, is the delivery system. So we'll have to start.
Can you send me that anime thing?
Of just that little snippet?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Bill.
Yeah.
And say, yeah, we're.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send that to him. I'm not sure if he can get it, but I'll try sending it to him. Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? Maybe we should put me on the mic. Now that I know what we're trying to do more.
I thought this was longer than 5 seconds, but maybe that's
5 seconds is good.
I guess it was. It was on.
That's fine.
Let's see if we can revert.
I think 5 seconds is good.
You'll see the idea.
Yeah, and there's more. It's more likely that. Okay, great. Let's see if I can send this to Bill.
Yeah, that would be cool when we do that.
All business. Maybe I should get out on the mic and just try to.
You see if
Just
something
see.
happens.
Yeah. You gonna lay off the booze tonight?
Oh yeah, no, I'm literally like fading
fall
fast.
over.
Yep.
All right, you just gonna put me on loop?
Yep.
All right.
Let's be a couple bars out of that thing. Hopefully this makes sense. Hang on, what just happened? All right, yep.
ready for love? You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Mother, I'm stuck in the mud. You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Are you gonna get up? Are you gonna get up? You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Are you gonna get up? Are you gonna get up? Think I'm cackalacky crazy? Are you gonna wake up? You better wake up. Are you cackalacky crazy? You gonna wake up? Are you gonna wake up? I think I'm crazy. Are you gonna get up? Are you gonna get up? You think I'm cackalacky crazy? You'll never get up. You'll never get up. You think I'm cackalacky crazy, but you'll never wake up. But you'll never wake up. You think I'm cackalacky crazy, but you won't get up. You never get up. You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Cause you don't know love, cause you never get up. You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Cause you never get up, cause you never get up. You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Cause you never get up, cause you never get up. You think I'm cackalacky crazy? I'm ready for love, I'm ready for love. I've been growing like a daisy, praying to the stars of.
The computer cacked out.
All right, maybe it's time to call it.
Yeah, but there's some good things actually did happen.
Well, I'm working on it. I mean, I can work as long as you want.
Well, it's a funny thing. I think it's certain thing maybe. Yeah, I'm
No, just go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I think there's a certain energy that isn't in the room for some reason, but there are certain things that fly. Like "Ready for Love" sounds really good.
That's really good.
You said at one point, mumbled out what I heard was "stuck in the mud," and I wrote it down, and then you did it again. You clearly said it at one point.
Yeah, I think my predicament is a little different than James Brown.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking at that too hard.
No, I am looking at it too hard. Well, here's what I'm saying. I think James Brown was probably more able to gather the troops. Like
right.
our troops won't gather.
They won't gather.
And
That's
so
right.
I'm actually in kind of like a dilapidated, like I'm a little bit like a drunken fool saying this stuff, like, you know, like, and I think the point of view is a little bit of like, yeah, this guy is a little bit crazy, but it's got to, you know, it's like, shit, it matters though.
Well, the bright things that stuck out, because like things like "Never Give Up" and some of those things.
I never give up. I like that.
That's a good idea, but
I never give up.
Those feel good. Certain things. Are you gonna wake up?
That's
those,
bad.
Those
No, I know that's bad. No, I know, but I got to try it.
Oh, I know. Well, we talked about it. You know what I mean? So you can go, oh, I can see that. But what did kind of shine?
What about "I never give up"?
I never give up.
Never give up. I never give up.
It could be one. You also want what did surprise me, sounded really good, was "Growing Like a Daisy."
Growing like a daisy.
Like it feels,
I think it's awesome.
It feels like the right.
Well, it feels like a little bit like boxing. Like it almost feels like fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee, or something.
Right. That's how you do it.
I feel like it has to have that feel. Growing like a daisy. Growing like, you know.
Like a daisy. Yeah.
I didn't actually say never give up, but what about that? I never give up. I never give up. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, something in there that could do, you know.
I just saying, do we need to punch that in because I did not sing that.
Oh, I wrote it down.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Yeah. I do. I like that. Feels better than "Are You Gonna Wake Up?"
Yeah.
That feels out of place.
I never give up.
Yeah.
I never give up.
You never give up. Maybe, and then that could be, you could say "you" later. You never give up.
Yeah.
You never give up.
And then it's going like a daisy. like a crazy. You know what I mean? Like we're getting, yeah.
Then it becomes about like a little bit like about endurance.
Yeah.
In a sense.
And then the wordplay is just fun enough to feel universal too. Just kind of be groovy.
And endurance is a universal.
Yep.
Or like perseverance.
And that is a kakalaki. You think I'm crazy? I'm not, because part of the thing is you're not giving up your position on the things that are important to you.
Well, also, if you're thinking about kakalaki crazy, let's go back to the word kakalaki's Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, what is the big noteworthy thing of Carolina is the willingness to dare, right?
Right.
Back to the historical thing is dare. We dare you, or we dare you to come after us, and we dare to do this. That we dare to be it's the daring to be defiant, right?
Right. That's right.
And so, don't the lyrics need to communicate the willingness to dare?
So what about something like this? What if you? I kept feeling like that. Growing like a daisy should happen at the third phrase at the 4 chord.
Yes.
What about if it's a something growing like a daisy, like a you know what I mean? Like you could, whatever that is, that point of view, that, you know, that discarded thing growing like a daisy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever that is, you know, I never give up. You know, something keeps growing. That could be the answer to that one. You think kakalaki crazy? You know what I mean?
Because I never give up.
Yeah.
You know, you think I'm crazy because I don't give up? Well, maybe some of us still give a shit, right?
That's one play. Something going.
Think I'm kakalaki crazy because I never give up. I never give up. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's doing that call to action thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where you invite people to be. Come join us.
Come hang, right?
You know. So something going like a daisy. That feels good because it has a certain feel to it, but it's like, what is it growing like a daisy? Like it just keeps regrowing somehow, man. You know.
Truth is growing like a daisy. Truth is growing like a daisy. Truth is growing like a daisy. Hold on like a daisy. Truth growing like a daisy. Don't know like a daisy. I've been growing like a daisy. What are you looking for? What's been growing like a daisy?
Well, I apologize. I can't keep my thoughts in the center of my head. It's just there's just time. I really don't know that I slept much at all last night, and so I can't. I literally can't organize the ideas on a page.
Should we call it?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
Harry Conant. Is Harry Conant coming here?
No, I'm going to Blackbird.
Oh, you going to Blackbird?
Mm-hmm.
You going to see John?
Possibly. That's why I wondered if it would be a fortuitous.
Dude, I believe that's
a
perfect play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm growing like a daisy. I was like women growing like a daisy.
Now, see, I keep hearing that in my mind in the third slot.
So what would that? How does that phrase?
So
then?
you would have, she could cackle like crazy, about whatever, and I like your band of stars above, tooth going like a daisy, and whatever there is. You know what I'm saying? That line feels like it wants to go at the 4 chord.
Yeah, you're right.
That idea.
No, you're right.
And then you think, and then it just settles back down. So it's really the second one. That's the
elusive
mm-hmm.
button.
Yeah.
Like crazy. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. Listen, baby. Shoulda roll on, baby. Shoulda roll on, baby. Something, baby. Oh, shoulda roll on, baby. Shoulda roll on, baby.
That's a good feel.
Yes, it is. Shoulda roll on, baby. Are you ready for love?
Are you ready for love? Suck down like a daisy. Doesn't love you so much. You think I'm cackling like a crazy. Cause I never give up. I never give up. Get on, never.
That's the place to put that. And that felt right at the end.
It does.
You know,
You think I'm cackling like a crazy.
because I never get up. I never give up.
Yeah, that sounds like the place.
Down, 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 down.
That's the place to do that.
Yeah.
You think I'm cackling like crazy. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. Don't roll on. I'm ready to roll on, baby. Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? There's something down, baby. Roots growing like daisy. Won't sound no. Think I'm cackling like a crazy.
But
I never give up. I never give up.
yeah,
Something like that.
that's a good feel. Yeah, because I won't be told is kind of what this is getting back down to. You know what I mean?
And it's sort of from the point of view of a jealous lover, isn't it? I mean, like somebody who is a bit, who dares. It's a daring perspective. You know, I dare to go for what I want, you know? I dare to go for what I think is best.
So the last one was that.
Think I'm cackling like a crazy. Are you ready for love?
That feels right. Are you ready for the first one to go ahead?
Or should it be I'm ready for? I'm not. We don't have to know that.
Right.
So the second position.
Baby. On the corner, baby.
Oh, that's what. Okay, so now I keep rolling on, baby, because you said.
I keep rolling on, baby.
Da 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 da. And then da da da. You know what I mean? That would be our that's that B phrase of your answer. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you can't do a repeat there.
It gets stuck.
Oh, okay. So sing the second
It'd be
position
like,
again.
Well, the first position. I think cackle like a crazy. Are you ready for love?
Are you ready for love?
I keep rolling on, whatever. Da 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 da. You think that like a
daisy. I'm not loving so much.
Right. You think?
Cackle
Yeah.
like a crazy.
Yeah.
I never give up. I never give up.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. It's coming into
You
into
want to
view.
go ahead and patch that in, like as
Sure.
a form?
Sure. Yeah.
You think I'm cackling like you're crazy. Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? I was on a roll on, baby. I fell to the stars above. Loop going like a daisy. Oh, 'cause I love you so much. Think I'm cackling like you're crazy. I never give up, 'cause I never give up.
Yeah. It's getting.
Anything to that?
Yeah. What the way you said some what felt good? Ready for love. Just let it roll on, baby. Kind of felt like I don't know. It felt like I was going. Oh yeah, I can kind of feel that. You know, we just.
And is there any part in the idea where it's specifically breaking in that sequence that we could look at, or is it sculpting now?
I think it's marking itself a little bit of how it can move, and then it's just refining it, and it feels like like you can keep kind of sculpting it into a stronger.
Roll on, baby. Ready for love.
But that can't repeat there. It has to go
Let on down
Oh,
on the
think about-
stars above.
right.
Let on through, break on through to the stars above.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Break on through to the stars above. I don't know, y'all just can't get enough. Y'all just can't get it, but y'all just can't get enough.
What about that? But y'all just can't get enough. It's kind of like, man, you want to fucking.
Oh, what about this? You try to hate me, but y'all just can't get enough.
You know you try to hate me, but y'all just can't get enough.
Dude, that's it. That's it.
Y'all try to hate me,
but y'all just can't get enough. They all try to hate me, but y'all just can't get enough. That's it. That's one of them. That's the dilemma.
Yeah.
You all try, you try to hate me, but y'all just can't get enough. You think I'm calculating crazy, 'cause I never give up. I never give up.
Yeah, it's on the right.
No, that's the biggest thing that's really important thing I just said there.
Yeah, you want to hate me?
Yeah, that's what's going on when I'm in that room. It's like, fuck, man. It's like, you want to try to hate me, but you just can't get enough.
Right.
The most hated man in Nashville.
Yeah.
Eyes like a laser. Eyes like a laser. Eyes like a laser. Eyes like a... I'm like a laser. I'm like a laser. You acting kind of lazy. Acting like a laser. I'm acting like a crazy. Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love?
That. What a
Like a raven.
maybe since we got that other thing,
Sucker baby.
because now where the daisy was would, in thought line wise, would be where that you want to hate me would go against the third phrase.
Yeah, I think that's better than the daisy thing.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what the daisy thing does. Honeysuckle baby. Oh, you're such a honeysuckle baby.
That's pretty good. The honeysuckle's a good southern thing.
Honeysuckle baby. You're such a honeysuckle baby.
Yeah, I'm toast.
Alright.
I am
Toast. I just hate for us to roll out without the thing in hand, you know?
I think we're all up over it and we can talk about this, but I like I say, I can't even keep them on the. I'll keep trying here.
Or do you feel sad? I mean, I know you always tell me don't quit early. Do you feel like we're okay if we quit here?
Well, here's why. I believe like this is starting to roll, but it also is going to have to be done in a way that doesn't get too light. So there's all these phrases are right, but there's like a subtle adjustment here or there that'll make it have the right.
So nothing is lost by suspending the conversation if we have to.
I don't know if I can do that or I can engage that other look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the blocks are there, and I think what's in the blocks are kind of expose where they need improvement real easy.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
There's something wanting to birth. I can feel it.
Well,
but it may just be. I may just have to ride that frustration into next week. You know, it's definitely not a good feeling. You know.
I'll try, man.
No, let's just call it.
It's all right. I'm sitting here. That doesn't take me anything to pick myself up out of the chair. I'm all right.
Well, what do we miss? I feel like that's a big revelation about you try to hate me, but you just can't get enough.
Right, and
It's a really important thing.
So the only thing that we got to do about that is we have to make that thing push outward. It's like that is the right thing to say, and in the composition of the lines, they have to load up so that when that is said, it can be universal and not back into that. Oh, my story. It's all about me thing. It's got to be framed up in a way that everybody can kind of go, yeah, I know what you want.
Well, maybe that has to do with something that's more of like a technical sequitur. That's like maybe less internal. That predates it.
That's what I'm saying. Like a line before it, something has to feed that line.
Well, if that's what we're kind of lacking, then maybe I'm okay with closing the shop because that's like a technical. That's like a technical sequitur. Because the personal, that is personal. That statement right there is personal to me, and it doesn't have to get more personal than that, you know.
Right, like and I think in the nature of that thing, it's riding that balance between first person and outreach.
Well, that means the second line is more outreach, right?
Yeah.
The second position has to be outreach.
You want to, yeah, these are easy things to experiment with there. So yeah, that second line, that's what you got.
You think crack like crazy? Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love?
What if you say what if you said on that second line, and this may be too much, but
Just point me, yeah. Point me.
but because the thing that I liked about it, when you said rolling on and stuff,
Yeah.
obviously you could say like something on a Rolling Stone, baby. You know, like
Like
there's
a Rolling Stone, baby.
something like a, you know what I mean?
Like a Rolling Stone, baby.
Yeah, because that everybody can start to relate to that thing, you know.
I think that's really important. Like a Rolling Stone, baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's good, dude. That's why I didn't want to quit. Like a Rolling Stone, baby.
Right?
And there's something under the, or we're not attached to stars above necessarily.
No, but that's what I'm talking about. If you can load that thing up to where it's pushing out, then everyone will receive that next line about you want to hate me, but you just can't get enough. It'll feel more universal.
All right, let me go ahead and put it back on and let me go in. I'm just missing the part after like a Rolling Stone, baby.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, the dive from the stars above, or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Before you turn me on, what am I trying to achieve right with that space after like a Rolling Stone, baby? What am I trying? Should I be looking to achieve right there?
Ambience,
Oh, you should just make that line ambient.
but with like what you had about that something in the stars above.
Yeah.
That literally makes it universal. You know what I mean?
Is it under the stars above?
Under the stars above.
Okay, so I just got to put the subject. What was under the stars above, right?
Right. So you're coming from like a Rolling Stone, baby. Something underneath the stars above. Underneath the stars above. Underneath the.
All right, just 1 second.
I don't think you can fuck with that under and over at the same time. So that's why I said I like something from the stars above. Some poet from the stars above. I don't know.
Oh, that doesn't feel like outreach, so does it?
A message, like a message from the stars above. Feel, you know what I mean? Or some, I know, maybe under. I think you're right. Under the stars. Yeah, that's fine. Under the stars above is better.
Why was under bad? Is there under?
It's not. It's not. I was hung up on a mechanical thing that's not.
I mean,
relevant.
I can try it both
No,
ways.
no, under the. Yeah, like a Rolling Stone,
Okay,
baby.
can you just loop me on that position?
On that one position?
Yeah, I don't think we really need to address the other ones right now. Do you? Unless it just helps you to hear it. If you you could make a loop where it's like me doing the first thing if it helps you to hear the first thing against the second thing where I.
Are you ready for love? Are you ready? Like a Rolling Stone, baby.
Yeah, do that.
The first two?
Yeah, I think so. Will that help you as it goes by to hear what the hell's going on?
No, I can know.
Okay, well then just do like a Rolling Stone, baby, blah blah blah, under the stars above. Just give me that, and I'll just throw sharp ideas at it.
Okay.
And while you set that up, I'm coming to get a pen. My pen died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't want to leave here without having the first draft of that.
Yeah.
Just don't feel good about doing that. We're almost there. I think I'll be able to get it within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Something we can
You hang
hang the day on,
Yeah. No, I really feel good. We did it. We kind of gathered that moment and. Oh, we only wanted. I didn't need to do what I just. That's what I'm saying. My actual facile, tactile shit is like kind of
fried.
Yeah.
bounce. You think I'm cackling crazy? Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love?
43.
All right. Whenever you get it, I'll
I got
start.
it.
Yeah.
So you'll hear the first line, and then it'll loop on that second line. You'll hear it go by one time, it'll punch, and then it'll just keep repeating the second position. Go.
Yep.
You think I'm cackling crazy? Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? Like a rolling stone, baby. Just a message from the stars above. Just a message from the stars above. Like a rolling stone, baby. Bang, bang underneath the wings of love. Rolling stone, baby. Playing out under the stars above. Like a rolling stone, baby. Just dancing out under the stars above. Like a rolling stone, baby. Wheels spin underneath the stars above. Like a rolling stone, baby. A poet underneath the stars above. Like a rolling stone, baby. A poet underneath them stars above. Like a rolling stone, baby. A poet from the stars above. Like a rolling stone, baby. A poet from the stars above. Like a rolling stone, baby. Wings underneath the wings of love.
The best thing I heard, I don't know how you did it, but for whatever it's worth, the one that felt the best, like a Rolling Stone baby, something about dancing underneath the stars above or something.
That should sound the best because I feel like that's more in reality or something.
Dancing, and the phrasing of it would be like a Rolling Stone baby, dancing underneath the stars above. I think.
Yeah, let me try it. Dancing underneath the stars above. Try that.
Yeah, I think.
Let's try it.
You think I'm cackling crazy? You ready for love? Are you ready for love? Like a rolling stone, baby, dancing underneath the stars above.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
And then, do we have the other thing?
We don't
Let me go ahead
have
and
it.
put that in.
You know you want to hate me.
You know you want to hate me. Yeah.
But just can't. But you know you can't get.
But y'all just can't get enough.
Yeah.
All right.
But just, all right, do the same thing. It'll loop right there.
Yeah.
You'll hear the previous one and then that.
Like a rolling stone, baby, dancing underneath the stars above. You know you wanna try and hate me, but y'all just can't get enough. You think, baby, but y'all just can't get enough. You wanna try and hate me, but y'all just can't get enough.
Yeah, and then
And then the last position?
and then you think I cackle like crazy.
Yeah, never give up. Never give up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna try and hate me, but y'all just can't get enough. You think I'm cackling crazy, 'cause I never give up. I never give up.
That's pretty good shape.
You feel like that? I feel like that. Now we can end our session with like having a completion. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you'll see there's like just some nuance in there that.
Oh, it's not quite right.
But
It's still a little insular.
Yeah, but it's moving down the road now.
All right, cool, man. Good session tonight.
Yeah.
Today was what, November the 9th of 2023.
Yep.
Live stream.
Yep.
I'm glad we finished that out and didn't leave like one of those spaces hanging. That would have really aided me.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that really did punch down the line on that thing.
I think like a Rolling Stone Baby because it's good,
And that's
man.
going back to Dylan too. You know what I mean?
But it's also like it is not outside of my experience. I remember one time in Austin, Texas, I applied for a job at Pizza Hut, and the black guy the hiring manager, we were sitting down and I was trying to and I said, well, I said, yeah, I don't have that, you know, I don't really have an address or something. And he just looks at me and goes, you a Rolling Stone, ain't you?
Yeah. Yeah. You lived it, you know. Here, we'll have one little round of. I never get up. But I never get up. Yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
It is.
Yeah, there's a little tweaking in there.
Right, where you can kind of squeeze into it a little.
Yeah, I'm not sure Under the Stars Above is quite right.
It's right, but it kind of misused that phrase. It sounds something from the you know. I still think there's this position right there where you cast the, like, I feel like it's like the voice of truth, not over enveloped, like say like that something you that
kind of like an inconvenient truth,
right? That inconvenient
kinda
truth
like
from the stars above,
the wounds of a friend type thing,
right?
Like,
right.
it's probably you probably for the better if you just
We just got
do
to be
yourself
done.
a favor a little bit. Like,
It's got to
hey,
just
man,
be done just right, but it's
like kind of
that's where it is.
like kind of get with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the stars above just have a great sound to it. Maybe I'm holding on to that, and that's what's breaking it. But
You don't. Hey, man, you're allowed to hold on to your opinions. I'm just sensitive of, like, I don't know, like there's a couple different ways of, like, From the Stars Above can sound kind of either arrogant or soft or like too trippy, hippie.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's like whatever it is from there is what'll make those words.
I'm trying to
something.
keep it in reality, like what is going on.
And the thing to me is, it's like it's a balance between punch and impact and grooviness, and so we just got to get the right handoff between those.
But yeah, that thing about the stars above. I mean, there may be something to that, like of what I just think it has to be unlocked.
Like it's got to be like fucking with the stars above. Like it's got to be something that doesn't go with that message. You know what I mean? Like the usage of that language. It's like a.
It has to be accurate to me.
A bad luck woman from the stars. It got to be some kind of like something. You know what I mean? Like
a juxtaposition.
Juxtaposition on it.
And it's possible maybe we don't have to hold on to that stars above.
That's right. If it can be beat,
I like what dancing underneath the stars above is not bad.
No, it's just like you could feel like it's like
a little off the gas.
Well, what we have to have is here's exactly what it is. We have to have the right amount of payoff in each line.
Okay, so we kind of need.
It can't be weighty, but it's.
What's the line before that?
Something.
You think I'm cackalacky crazy? Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love?
Love?
So that line has to just kind of pay off that second line,
Mm-hmm.
because that first line is built on a hook and.
Are you ready for love?
And a kind of like a response, and
like
then
a Rolling Stone, baby.
like a Rolling Stone baby, and then it has to be a twist, like a payout.
Yes, right, because it's
like a Rolling Stone baby, on that old water.
Right. Maybe the stars above are kind of hanging us.
I think maybe it's just boxing it in.
Yeah, so we just find a bit something there.
But I'm not like, I feel like I'm not too bummed out about where we're leaving it.
No.
So thanks for tuning in. Somebody did say, John on there, he did say, I'm pretty sure I've called Jetson crazy at some point.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure.
So check out Shop Renegade Roach. Check out what we're doing there. Get your hoodies for. Man, I got to get a hoodie.
Yeah, it's the time.
This is gonna get cool.
Yeah.
And but seriously, back to the important thing, the music. We're really cooking on I'd say we've got 5 songs here, and each one of them are very distinct, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're like distinct sculptures that we've created, and yeah, man, pretty. Then this one has that Tidewater thing, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, yeah. And that's it too. It's maintaining a certain continuity where those certain twist of words stay in that Skinnerd
Kakalaki
girth
Yeah.
thing. Their thing has a weird girth about it. Don't you know what I'm saying? Like all their phraseology and imagery has a certain Tidewater.
But we
weight
got how
to
do we?
it.
But how do we add easily to that though? Because they're not from where we're from.
Right. No, I get yeah.
So what is the defining thing of that easily area?
Laid back.
Laid back, you know? Not pretentious, huh?
That is laid back. That means just not in a hurry. You know. Maybe that's where that lazy word comes from.
Lazy.
You know?
Yeah, you think I'm lazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rolling on. Well, lazy wouldn't go right there, but that could come later. Yeah, you think I'm lazy or something. Or something. I don't know if it's
Something
you
about
think.
it. They're yeah, but I mean, we just yeah. I am gonna like. So
Yeah, and he's got to go. He's got to
hit
go
it.
play drum. You're playing drums for Harry Connick Jr. tomorrow,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Man, that's no small thing. He's pretty fucking badass.
He's a bad dude,
That's awesome.
no doubt.
All right, night, guys.
Late.